Hey everybody, welcome back to Journey Through the Generations. My name is Philip,
Hey guys, I'm Trisha.
and we are here at the 2026 RootsTech Conference in Salt Lake City, the largest genealogy conference in the world.
We are live and in person here at the expo hall.
Yes, we are. So we wanted to make sure that we got a chance to share an interview that Trisha just did with André Kearns. You're going to enjoy this episode. You know, he is a great resource and full of knowledge, and
Yes.
so you're really going to like that. Trisha, how did you enjoy interviewing and talking with him?
I thought it was wonderful. I'm always interested in how people get started in genealogy, especially when you have accomplished as much as he has in the field. So I got to ask him that and learn a little bit more about his company, Black Ancestries. And it was just a wonderful conversation, and I'm just so thankful that he had time to give with us today.
Absolutely. So we are here, like I said, in the expo hall of the conference. So you may hear some background noise, hear people walking around talking, maybe some music. So hopefully we did a good job at limiting that as much as we can. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Just make sure you like and subscribe. Leave us a comment in our social media and let us know how you enjoyed that interview. All right, guys. So thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, you follow. Make sure you go to our social media and let us know how you enjoyed the interview. And yeah, the interview is coming up right now. So enjoy it.
Hey guys, we're over here at RootsTech, and I have the pleasure of talking with André Kearns from Black Ancestries. Hi André, how are you today?
Hello, I'm doing well. Thanks for the invitation.
I'm so excited to be able to talk with you today. The first question that I have for most people is, how did you get into family history?
Sure. So I would say the official answer is that in 2006, so 20 years ago, my dad said we were going to have a Kearns family reunion, and he asked me to build out a family tree that we could hand out and show at the family reunion. And so I remember registering for Ancestry. It was on February 16th, 2006, so like literally 20 years ago in a few weeks. And I started building the tree out, and then I just got hooked. So I created the tree for the family reunion, and then I just kept discovering from there. And I started writing about some of the more interesting things I discovered. Then I started being invited to speak about things, and it just continued to grow. So I think that's the official story. But as I look back on my upbringing, I realized that I remember watching Alex Haley's Roots on TV for the first time when I was a young child, and that certainly planted a seed in me, and really the nation, right?
It did, yes.
We have Henry Louis Gates today with Finding Your Roots, really making family history and genealogy accessible, and really injecting that into our culture, our public culture. But before Henry Louis Gates, it was Alex Haley.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I was always inspired by the fact that he could trace his family back to a named African ancestor,
Yes.
and so that was something that I always dreamt that I might one day be able to do. It's very difficult. I was able to achieve it after years and years of research, but certainly not anything I expected that I'd be able to do. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you've been doing this since 2006.
Six, yeah.
So that's 20 years. Talk to me about the evolution that you've seen in family history genealogy, from DNA to the internet, everything
Sure.
being digitized, AI. Talk
Yeah.
to me a little bit about your evolution in the 20 years of research.
Absolutely. So I think when I first started, there was, Ancestry and online family trees with some records available. And I remember my first DNA test was around that same time as well. I think it was Ancestry by DNA. I think it's a defunct company now, but literally all I got back was my ethnicity estimate.
Yeah.
what percentage of you are your ancestors from Africa or Europe or indigenous to the Americas, and that was it, right? And so I think clearly DNA has been a transformational thing for genealogy, and that ethnicity estimate is the least useful thing and the results that you get.
It is.
It's the thing that gets the most attention, but it's the least useful thing for a genealogist. What's most useful are the matches. And the technology that's getting better and better around offering probabilities around what your relationship with an unknown match is, whether it's coming from your mother's side or father's side, sharing, being able to cluster those matches, all these analytics now that have grown out of being able to provide you a match list that really are now helping people to translate these matches into actually expanding their family tree. So there's been a lot of innovation there. Obviously, the number of people who've taken DNA tests has exploded.
Yes.
So that's been helpful as well. And then, since I started on Ancestry, the number of records that they've added has been phenomenal. And I've been also impressed with the number of records related to African American genealogy research that they've added, right? So, I think just even recently, I saw that they added an HBCU yearbook.
We were just looking at that last night.
Because I remember when they first came out with the colleges and university
You're an HBCU
database.
grad.
Yes, I'm a Morehouse College graduate.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't go by any interview without mentioning that, so that was my opportunity.
Yes.
But I remember when they first rolled out a number of years ago the colleges and yearbook data file, and my grandfather went to Howard, and so I looked for him, and they didn't have any files on Howard.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know how that happens.
Yes.
If you're going to roll out a college and university database, and what is beyond Morehouse the most esteemed and well-known university, and it's not in your collections. So that is an example to me of the value of diversity and inclusion in the leadership of these organizations, because you're able to share what should be part of these rollouts. That's going to be most valuable for the most people. So I have seen progress on that. I've been impressed by that.
And then Philip was able to find his grandmother in that database just last night. Philander Smith College in Little Rock.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So,
my father's side is from Charlotte, Mecklenburg County. And so I've actually been able to trace our history within HBCUs back to my great-great-grandfather, who attended Biddle Memorial Institute in 1874, and Biddle Memorial Institute became Johnson C. Smith University. And then my youngest son, is at Howard, is a freshman at Howard, so he can say that his HBCU history stretches back six generations.
That's awesome. I love that.
And so there's innovations like that. I think the family search, right? I started out pretty focused on everything that you could find on Ancestry, and then as you mature as a genealogist, you realize the value of tapping into as many sources as possible.
Yes.
And family search is just such a rich resource of information available for free. And you get things like cohabitation records that aren't available on Ancestry, but that's just an amazing record set that gives you a glimpse into formerly enslaved ancestors prior to 1870. Most people assume that 1870 is that first glimpse into these emancipated families as in their full names and as family units. But these cohabitation records on Family Search are available, and they trace back to 1865 and 1866.
I was able to find my 2 times great-grandfather in those records in Arkansas, Peter Hatship.
Yes. So Family Search has got and then all the availability of the Freeman Bureau records that are available there. So I have great appreciation for Family Search as well. And then all the innovation around AI has been a complete game changer.
Yes.
So it's made it so much easier and faster to find your ancestors, particularly enslaved ancestors, in estate records for enslavers. And so, not to get too technical, but in the past, if you wanted to find your enslaved ancestors in enslaver records, you would have to figure out who the enslaver was, and then literally just read through every
Page
estate document you could find and hope that you didn't miss anything, and look for all the people who are named in that document. Because if you can't search by those names, because the search is based on an indexing of the document that just indexes the person who's the subject of the estate and their heirs, possibly the heirs. But there are people in those documents that were treated as or considered property that we want to be able to uncover. And so now with AI, something called full text search, Family Search can real time transcribe documents from 1800s cursive into a full searchable transcription. And so that allows us to search for the names of our enslaved ancestors in these documents and get the results back to the exact location of where they're listed in the document.
And it proves that our ancestors' names were documented somewhere and we can find them.
That's right.
And that's what's so important for people to understand, that even though they were enslaved, how horrible that situation was, they were still documented. We just have to find them.
And then we have to share our stories and speak their names.
Yes.
So it's a reclamation of sorts.
Absolutely. And we're here at RootsTech, and you had a presentation today on your family. What is it like to be at the largest genealogy conference in the world, telling the story of your family and your research?
I love it. I got in last night. We had a nice dinner. They had hosted a dinner for the speakers. I got to hear the CEO of Family Search and hear the vision behind RootsTech, which is to bring the world's top genealogists and the world's top technologists together to unlock innovation in the world of family history and bringing people together. So to hear the history, the vision, and see from my own eyes how it's grown has been amazing. We're in the exhibit hall now, and there's a massive ball pit in the middle of it, and the theme of the conference is together, and so you just see people jumping in the ball pit together, having conversations. So they're keeping it fun. So I've enjoyed that, but it's been an honor to be invited to come and present in person. I presented a number of times for RootsTech virtually online. So it's good to be here with my people.
Yes.
You get so used to having a passion for this thing and really navigating the world around people who, they get that you're the genealogist, but they don't really get why you have the passion for it. But here, it's a birds of a feather thing.
Yes.
Everybody
has
shares the same
yes.
interest and passion, so that feels good.
It is. You're the CEO of Black Ancestries.
Yes.
Tell me more about your company.
Thank you. So we're a genealogy services company, and we're focused on helping people of African descent to uncover, to celebrate, and to preserve their family history.
I love that.
So I think what I'd say is this. Most people are interested in learning about their family history, but very few people are like us, where they want to spend a lot of time as a researcher to uncover it. Most people don't want to gather the ingredients and cook the meal. Most people want to sit at the table and enjoy the meal. And so that's what we provide.
Yes, I love that.
The other thing that I would say is one of my inspirations for the company was I've been watching Finding Your Roots for a number of years, and I had conversations with people saying, I really love that show, and I wish they would invite me on the show.
I'm one of those people.
But here's the reality is that to be invited on the show, you have to be a celebrity.
Yes.
But I firmly believe that everyone deserves the gift of that reveal experience and being connected with their past. And so that is my vision for this company. So I'm not able to invite people onto a television program that's broadcast on PBS, but I do it via Zoom.
And that is awesome.
And it's a really powerful experience to be able to have these conversations with people, share what all the inspirational things we've uncovered on their family tree and their ancestors, and then be able to say, how does that make you feel? And have a dialogue from that.
So do you do the research
I have a team that does
them? Or do they come in with, I've done this much research and I need help, or are they novice to it? How does it work?
It's the full spectrum.
Okay.
We have clients who say, I don't know anything, so start with, here are the names of my parents. You can start there and work back as far as you can. And the fun of those types of client cases is that you just have a blank canvas, and everything you're uncovering is going to be new to them. And so I enjoy those. But then we also serve clients who are very accomplished genealogists in their own right.
Okay.
And they have done magnificent work on their tree, but they've hit a brick wall, and they just need that extra help to try to break them through. And so those are the harder cases, because if we're starting with, like, I need help with my ancestor born in 1750, it's like, whoa.
Okay.
First of all, you got it pretty far. You've been studying this for 20 years. I don't know how much farther we can take it, but we always find a way. There is always a new way to look at something. We bring in an objective eye. Of course, we bring expertise. And so we enjoy the challenge of those types of cases as well.
Do you use traditional research as well as DNA, or do you just use paper, traditional record research?
We do both. So most of what we uncover is from in-depth documents research.
Okay.
But if the client has taken a DNA test and they want to share those results with us so that it can guide our efforts, we can incorporate those clues into the research that we do.
Okay. And how do we find out more about?
Also I have a genetic genealogist on the team as well. So if someone exclusively is looking for in-depth analysis and interpretation of their DNA results, then we have the expertise to do that. The other thing is the name of the company is Black Ancestries, and so I said it in plural because my vision is that we will be the trusted place for the entire diaspora.
I love that.
So if your ancestors landed in
British Guiana,
Haiti, British Guiana, the Caribbean, South America, in addition to the United States, I want to be able to represent that we have the expertise to uncover your story.
I say British Guiana because that's where his family is from.
I figured, because I was super specific.
Yeah. Yes, it was. It was. I've really enjoyed this, but I do want to have just a little bit of fun with you at the end. I have these this or that questions, so I'm going to ask you, do you prefer this or that? Okay? So do you prefer digital research, or do you prefer to go into the library or archive?
Digital.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Okay. Do you like finding your roots more or relative race?
Oh. I am split, because I was on season 6 of Relative Race, and I had so much fun, and you see the impact. But I would have to say, finding your roots is really a culture-shaping institution at this point.
Okay.
So.
Are you more of an organized spreadsheet, or do you use pen and paper and folders?
Spreadsheets, and I have Family Tree Maker, and I have accounts on Ancestry and trees, and a tree on. I built out my tree in Family Search as well.
Are you a more morning researcher or late at night researcher?
I would say late at night, but as I shared in my talk this morning, what I do like to do in the mornings, particularly Saturday mornings, with a cup of coffee, is to go through all my DNA matches to see what's interesting. is there a celebrity that popped up that I'm related to? Or can I find my friends and classmates and go tell them, guess what? We've known each other for 20 years, but we're also related. Or in the case of my talk, finding out that I have cousins who are from Guam and have been there for many generations. And that's sending me on a journey to figure out exactly how they're related to me, coming from an African-American family with roots in Virginia and in the Carolinas.
Okay, the last one.
Okay.
Photos. Are you the one taking the photos? Or are you in most of the photos?
I am taking the photos to document things.
Okay, I'm going to need you to get in some photos because we need you in there too.
Yes, I do selfies, and also learning the timing feature where you can put it down.
Yeah.
And it'll count down for you and then take the photo. Okay. So I'm going to do that more.
Well, I have enjoyed talking with you today. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with me today. I hope you have a safe trip and you're able to get as much as you can out of your time here at RootsTech.
Trisha, it's a pleasure meeting you in person. We've been connected on social. So, again, that's the amazing thing about this conference is to connect with so many people you've interacted with.
Yes.
And follow it, and I respect all your work and your research in this podcast. So great meeting you. I've enjoyed this, and thanks so much for the invitation to sit down and speak with you.
Thank you.